Week 16 of the fantasy baseball season. Here's a few pitchers I would sell and trade this week. The first pitcher, Bryce Miller of the Seattle Mariners. Bryce Miller, it's been a great season for him, obviously, for this Mariner team, even though he's a guy that missed 6 weeks of the year. On the year, 52 and 2/3, 4-2 record, 62 Ks at 1.71 ERA, 0.66 WHIP, and 3 quality starts. In the last month of the year, 3-2 record, 31 and 2/3 at 1.71 ERA with 42 Ks, 0.54 WHIP, and 3 quality starts. Miller's having a great season. He's definitely come on late, especially for the Seattle Mariner team, but he's a guy who really wasn't going deep into games until recently for the Seattle Mariner team. And also, they've been playing with some rotation spots with piggybacks, a 6-man rotation. So we'll see second half what happens with this rotation. But like I said, I don't believe Miller's going to keep up his numbers, especially at a 1.71 on the season. Like I said, he started off missing the first 6 weeks of the year, but he's really kicked it into gear. June 19th versus Boston, 5 innings, got the loss, 3 hits, a run, 7 Ks. June 25th, the Pirates, 5 2/3, got the loss, 5 hits, 3 runs, 11 Ks. And July 2nd versus the Angels, a big game it was, 7 innings, got the win, 2 hits, no runs, 8 Ks, a quality start. So Miller, he's only had 3 quality starts in his last 6. Like I said, he's not going crazy deep into these games, and he's coming off a great outing, obviously, versus an Angel team. That's one of the worst teams in the league. And also, as well, he's only pitched 52 and 2/3, so that ERA number's still fluctuating. He's a talented pitcher, I believe, is Miller, but not pitching like this, where that ERA is under a 2 on the season, where last year it was a down year with him with a 5.68, so he's definitely made some mechanical changes as Miller. He's hitting his spots and his location is better, but I just don't buy he's going to keep it up at this pace, and he's a sell this week. I'm not saying dump him for anything, but right now definitely a sell high candidate. Next pitcher, Sonny Gray of the Boston Red Sox. Sonny Gray, he was an all-star snub, and he's having a great season in his first year in Boston, 89 and 2/3. 10-1 record, 82 Ks at 2.61 ERA, 1.10 WHIP, and 11 quality starts. He's having a great season, obviously, as Sonny Gray. And this Red Sox team, if it's one thing I'll give them, they got a pretty solid pitching staff for the most part this season, even though we saw early go down with injury. Peyton Coley, he's been decent on the year, and Jake Bennett of late's been pitching well, but Garrett Crochet, obviously, has been a problem with him out the majority of the season. But this Red Sox team, like I said, it's been a tough year for them. And Sonny Gray and some of the young pitchers that I mentioned have been the only bright spot, where they're 8 games under 500 still. And Gray, like I said, he definitely was an all-star snub, but I don't think he's going to be a pitcher keeping an ERA under a 3 all season, especially in a tough AL East. Tampa Bay Rays and the Yankees, they're the 2 top teams in the American League. In the last month for Gray, 33 in the 3rd, 3-0 record, 38 Ks, a 1.62 ERA, 0.87 WHIP, and 5 quality starts. So like I said, he's at peak value with Sonny Gray. He did get snubbed, obviously, and he definitely took it to heart in his latest outing at the Angels after learning he was snubbed. June 23rd at the Rockies, 7 innings, got the win, 6 hits, a run, 3 walks, 11 Ks, a quality start. June 28th versus the Yankees, 7 1/3, no decision, a hit, a walk, 9 Ks, a quality start. And July 4th at the Angels, he went out there and pitched a gem, 6 innings, got the win, 4 hits, a run, 2 walks, 7 Ks, a quality start. So Sonny Gray, his numbers across the board have been great this season. 7 quality starts in a row, so he's going deep into games. He's mowing down offenses. But like I said, run support's not going to be there much for him. He's in a tough division in the AL East. And just a guy who obviously at his age, he's pitched many seasons in the major leagues, over a decade. All of a sudden to go last season from a 4.28 ERA to under a 3, I don't think it holds up. It definitely could hold up, but in my opinion, in a tougher division. And also as well, the last couple seasons, his numbers haven't been close to this. Definitely a pitcher I would sell this week. Next pitcher, Nick Martinez of the Tampa Bay Rays. Nick Martinez, it's been a great first season for him in Tampa, and he was a guy that came on early in spring training. He signed on the year, 100 innings, 7-2 record, 61 Ks at 2.61 ERA, 1.13 WHIP, and 9 quality starts. In the last couple weeks, 11 innings, 1-0 record, 6 Ks at 1.64 ERA, 0.91 WHIP. I know this Ray team, best team in the American League, over 50 wins. The first team to do it in the AL so far this season. And Nick Martinez, he's been obviously a surprising guy in this rotation, but that's every year with the Rays. This year they got 3 of them. Griffin Jax, He's been very surprising what he's done from the bullpen. The starter and Ian Seymour, he was a fringe AAA guy up and down, but now they've put him in the rotation of late, or at least in bulk relief at times as well, and pitch great. So this Ray team, they figure it out every season. These guys off the scrap heap or unknown young guys come up and pitch well. And Nick Martinez, another guy who was a swingman for Cincinnati last year, and he's been pitching well, even though at times his numbers haven't been great at times as Martinez, but still he's a pitcher. I think he's still pitching over his hit on the year. June 21st, first in that, 6 innings, no decision, 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, 5 Ks, a quality start. June 26th versus the D-backs, 5 2/3, got the win, 6 hits, a run, 3 Ks. And July 3rd at Houston, 5 1/3, no decision, 3 hits, a run, a walk, 3 Ks in that ball game. So Nick Martinez, he's not really going that deep into games. I'm mostly going to get 6 innings out of him, more ball games than not, where he's more of a 5 1/3, 5 2/3 guy. And like I said, yes, he's on a first place Ray team, but I just don't believe his numbers are going to keep it up. And he definitely wrote the ship a little bit, where he had a little bit of a rough patch in June with Nick Martinez, but now he's bounced back a little bit here in July. But like I said, we've seen guys fizzle out after the All-Star break, where it's either the league made adjustments or too many innings on their arm, whatever the case may be. So I think Nick Martinez, who was a swingman, like I said last season with Cincinnati, his numbers weren't great at all with a 4.45 ERA. And this year to have an ERA under a 3, I don't know if it's going to hold up for Nick Martinez, even though this whole Ray pitching staff has pitched well this season. But definitely a pitcher I will put on the trade block and see what I could get this week. The next pitcher, Will Rodriguez of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Eduardo Rodriguez, he's been on the list a few times this season, and he's going out there and pitching great baseball. But another guy as well with a 2.25 ERA with a 7-3 record in 108 innings, 74 Ks, 1.16 whip, and 11 quality starts. Rodriguez, we know he's not a strikeout pitcher. He pitches to a lot of contact. And this Arizona Diamondback team, near 500 team on the season. Rodriguez, he's been the anchor in a banged-up rotation for the majority of the year as well. And the last couple weeks, 19 2/3, 1-1 record, 9 Ks, a 1.37 ERA, 0.81 whip, and 3 quality starts. Already more quality starts this season than last for Rodriguez. His ERA raised down 2.75 compared to last season. But he's a guy where teams are getting contact on him. Like I said, he's not a strike ball pitcher, but luckily for him, it's weak contact. But like I said, good pitcher a few years ago. This season, he's definitely turned things around. And I definitely do think the World Baseball Classic got the juices flowing early for him, where he was real competitive in that championship game for Venezuela. And ever since then, he hasn't looked back. But like I said, I don't know if he's going to keep it up at this pace. The last 4 outings, he's definitely gone out there going deep into games and pitching well with Rodriguez. But I think he's at peak value. And he's also another pitcher that easily could go the other way. June 23rd at the Cardinals, 6 2/3, no decision, 3 hits, 3 walks, 5 Ks, a quality start. June 29th versus the Giants, 7 innings, got the win, 5 hits, a run, a K, quality start. And July 5th versus the Brewers, 6 innings, tough luck loss in yesterday's game, 5 hits, 2 runs, 3 Ks, a quality start. 4 games in a row with a quality start. This NL West on paper looks good, but there's only one team over 500 right now, and that's the Los Angeles Dodgers. So that plays into the favor of Eduardo Rodriguez. But like I said, I don't know if he's going to keep it up all season long, even though we're 3-4 months into the year and his ERA is a 2.25. But like I said, he hit a little bit of a hiccup with Rodriguez in June, and now he's gotten back on track here in July. But like I said, if there's a good offer out there, Rodriguez, I definitely would put on the trade block and see what I could get from him this week. And the final pitcher, Kyle Harrison of the Milwaukee Brewers. So overall, his numbers are good on the season, is Harrison, but the last month of the year, he's starting to implode a little bit. And right now, while his numbers overall look great, he's definitely a sell-high candidate on the year. 79 2/3, 8-1 record, 99 Ks, 2.82 ERA, 1.08 whip, and 6 quality starts. In the last month, 22 1/3, 1-0 record, 26 Ks, a 6.04 ERA, 1.21 whip, and 2 quality starts. So like I said, Harrison, he hasn't been pitching good. Oh, he got shelled in his last outing, and the value, people are not buying on it. But like I said, he's been pitching good the majority of the season with still an ERA under a 3. He's a guy who hasn't really shown it throughout his career. I know he was a top prospect a few years ago in the Giants system. Then he got traded in the Devers deal. And then him for Caleb Durbin is how he landed this offseason with this Brewer team. 20th at the Braves, 6 1/3, no decision. 4 hits, 2 runs, 7 Ks, a quality start. June 27th versus the Cubs, 5 innings, no decision. 3 hits, 2 runs, a walk, 9 Ks. And then July 3rd at Arizona, he only lasted 2 2/3. 5 hits, no decision. 3 runs, a walk, 3 Ks. He was lucky not to get a loss in that one. His next outing is coming Wednesday as of now with the St. Louis Cardinals. So Harrison, well, his numbers are good overall this season. Even though the last month of the year, his numbers haven't been great. Definitely someone I would sell this week. Like I said, hasn't pitched a lot of innings in the major leagues is Kyle Harrison, and also he don't really have a track record in the major leagues. I know he did well in the minor leagues for the most part, is Harrison, and also the innings could definitely catch up to him. Like I said, where last season he only had 35 2/3 major league innings, and he's already doubled that with 79 2/3 on the year. So with those factors, definitely a pitcher I would sell this week. That's a few pitchers I look to sell and trade for week 16 of the fantasy baseball season.